What's happening, vinyl community? I'm back for another vinyl update. First thing I want to show is I got some VCLT. Me and Kat got a package the other day from the wonderful and the awesome Trish Mullins. Everyone on the VC probably knows Trish. If you don't, go to her channel and check it out. Um, but she sent me and Kat a package, and it's I'll just read a little bit of this. Here's the little note that she left, or that she sent. Um, she said that she was in an antique mall the other day and she found these cool 45s and thought I might like them, or thought we might like them. The Pointer Sisters, Neutron Dance. I really like that song. I remember the video on MTV. Well, they played it a lot on the radio too, but the video on MTV would come on, and it's like I thought that was like really rocking at the time. But I still like the song, you know. Gene Chandler, I'm the Traveling Kind, and Get Down. Gene Chandler was the guy that did Duke of Earl, I'm pretty sure. And this looks like a later record, so I'm not real familiar with those two songs. I have to check those out. And then this one looks interesting. The Birds and the Bees by Jewel Akins, and Tic Tac Toe, whoops, on the other side. So that's on Era Records. And then Herb Albert and Tijuana Brass, So What's New, and Flamingo. Of course, I really like Herb Albert and Tijuana Brass, and I know you go to thrift stores and you see his albums all the time. But, you know, it's good stuff for a reason, because he sold trillions of records, you know. Peter and Gordon, Morning's Calling, and Lady Godiva. I'm not sure what album this is off of, but I got that their psychedelic album a while back. I showed in a video, and I don't know if Lady Godiva is on there or not. It just seems like it would be, but I'd have to double check. So that's the 45s that Trish sent to me and Kat. Thank you very much, Trish. I really appreciate a surprise VCLT package that I wasn't expecting. So I'll definitely be listening to those. And then yesterday, I picked up the new Miley Cyrus CD. I know. It's called Younger Now. I actually like Miley Cyrus. It took me a while to get used to her craziness, but this album, she's actually calmed down a lot and sort of went back to her roots, you might say, or her country influenced, you know, from her dad. I'm not saying it's a country album, it's not, but you hear that here and there. You know, because I had her last album, and it took me a little while. I mean, Wrecking Ball, everybody knows that song. But I heard a couple songs, and, you know, once I heard like maybe 3 songs, I thought, well, that's usually a lot of times I'll go get an album if I like 3 singles that I've heard. Used to be I would just buy stuff blindly. I mean, I still buy records blindly, so I guess that has never stopped. But when it comes to CDs, I'm a lot more selective. I don't know why. Probably because they cost more, or it's a CD and not a record. But it's a good album. If you like Miley Cyrus, you'll like this album. I think she's grown up a lot in the past couple years. She's grew her hair back out, which it's always a plus as far as I'm concerned. Because she looked a lot like Justin Bieber with short hair, which I'm sure that wasn't the whole idea. It just happened to be a coincidence, I thought. So anyway, enough of that, and on to the vinyl albums, I should say. Kat cleaned out her, not cleaned out, but organized her record room, even more so than it already is, because her room's 10 times more organized than mine. And she found some records that she didn't care for, or didn't know how she got, and didn't want. Of course, I'm going to say, oh, I'll take them. So that's what I'm showing in this video. Country Spectacular 24 All-Time Gold Hits, the Big Country. And this appears to be a double album. It is. And I don't know where she got this. Probably no more than she does. Because I can't keep track of my own records a lot of times. But this has a lot of good stuff on it. Roger Miller, Farron Young, unfortunately not my brother, as far as I know. Dave Dudley, Mother Mayball Carter. Who else we got here? Leroy Van Dyke, Tom T. Hall, Lester Flatt, and Earl Scruggs. So yeah, it's some good stuff there. Double album. One is in a sleeve and one isn't, but so yeah, like I said, I don't know. I know she got a bunch of free records a while back, so this could have been in that bunch. I'm not sure. And then this one, Buddy, I can't even see that. Buddy Bregman presents Symphony of the Golden West. It's the Brussels World's Fair Pop Symphony Orchestra. That's sort of odd. It's a musical crown record, and these are almost always colored vinyl. That's red vinyl, if you can see it there. And it says up here, Musical Rama Crown Records. So, and then this one, Great Songs of the 60s. You see these kind of records all the time, everywhere. This one was created exclusively for Kroger, it says there on the back. It's got Patti Page, Percy Faith, Anita Bryant, Barbra Streisand, Tony Bennett. You know, the usual stuff from those type of records. England's Greatest Hit Makers, 14 of today's greatest artists from England, together in one LP for the first time. So this one's sort of interesting. It's got a sort of an odd compilation here of, it says, what? I don't understand here. The profit from this record will be donated to the Lord's Taverners for the National Playing Fields Association, together with royalty, which has been generously given by each of these famous artists. Okay, well, that's what the record was made for. And it's on London, the red label. It's got the Rolling Stones. Let's see what songs here. The Applejacks. I've never heard of them. Babies in Black, which is a Beatles song. Billy Fury. This Diamond Ring. That's a Gary Lewis and the Playboy song. Tom Jones is doing a song called Kiss Kiss. I don't think I've ever heard him do that. Lulu and the Lovers, Just One Look. The Rolling Stones, Surprise, Surprise. I'm not familiar with that show, or that song. The group Them, with Little Girl, that's Van Morrison's early group. The Zombies, Nothing's Changed. So there's some interesting stuff on here. I mean, I didn't name them all, but those are the ones that stand out for me. So yeah, that's a cool record. I don't know why she got rid of it, but hey, I got it. 20 Explosive Original Hits. This is a K-Tel record, which I probably have this one already. And I've said this in previous videos. K-Tel Records doesn't show up much anymore like they used to. When I first started collecting records, they were everywhere. I mean, of course, in the 70s, they were just like a regular thing that everybody had. But this has some great songs on it. Mungo Jerry in the Summertime. The Box Tops, Cry Like a Baby, which I think came out the year I was born. I'm not sure. The Rapper by Jaggers. The T-Set, Ma Belle, Amy. Shocking Blue does Venus on here. Tommy James, Ball and Chain. The Cufflinks does Tracy. The Box Tops do The Letter. So yeah, that's got some good stuff on it too. Another K-Tel record, Music Power. 22 original hits from the original stars. And I just love those commercials. If you get on YouTube, you're on YouTube now. But they have a lot of those K-Tel commercials on there, and some of them are for Ronco too. But this one has Smoking in the Boys' Room, Brownsville Station, Spiders and Snakes by Jim Stafford. Let's see what else is on here that I mean, I like all of it, but some of these songs I'm not familiar with until I hear them, probably. By the Devil I Was Tempted by Blue Mink. I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Tonight by the Raspberries. Little Willie by The Sweet. Drift Away by Dobie Gray. So yeah, that's some good stuff. Came out in 1974. Here's another one of those original hits by the original artist. I think that's this is volume 2. It looks like maybe not. Greatest hits from England. I guess it probably is. And it's got Engelbert Humperdinck on it. It's on Parrot Records, which is also Tom Jones's label and Engelbert's label. It's got Whiter Shade of Pale by Procol Harum, The Zombies, Marianne Faithfull, Whistling Jack Smith, Them, Lulu, The Tornadoes. So yeah, it's a pretty good mix there. I don't know if I showed the back or not. And then this I used to have on an 8-track, which I might still have on an 8-track. And I have a copy of this already, but this is a Ronco record, Get It On. And I remember playing this a lot, and some of these songs I hadn't heard until I heard it on the 8-track that I had. This also has Smoking in the Boys' Room on it, and Spiders and Snakes. That's funny. Johnny Nash was Steer It Up. Steer It Up. And this is one of my favorite songs of all time, The Ohio Players with Funky Worm. If you haven't heard that song, look it up. It's great. Anything the Ohio Players do is great, but that's a special song for me. That was the first time I heard it was on this. Cover of the Rolling Stones. Pretty much the same thing. Painted Ladies by Ian Thomas. That's a great song. Johnny Rodriguez. This is a good one. Anything Johnny Rodriguez is good. So, there you have it. Some stuff that Kat gave me. And still have some more stuff to show that she had thinned out of a record collection. So thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting. And we'll see you in the next final update. Short and sweet.